So let's talk about Doogie Howser MD right now in this TV log. This is a TV log from Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. Greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. This is a TV log, and I'm Doyle, better known to as the Big D. And, well, since I finished watching a related show to this, I thought I'd go ahead and tackle the actual series that came before this, the predecessor to this. So now, without any further ado, I bring to you Doogie Howser MD. Doogie Howser MD is a medical dramedy created by Stephen Bochco and David E. Kelly. The show starred Neil Patrick Harris in the title role as a teenage physician who balances the challenge of practicing medicine with the everyday problems of teenage life. Originally premiering on ABC in September of 1989, this show did quite well. Anyway, our main character is Douglas Howser, or Doogie, as his friends mostly call him. He's the son of David and Catherine Howser. As a child, he twice survived early-stage pediatric leukemia after his father, a family physician, discovered suspicious bruising. The experience contributed to the younger Hauser's desire to enter medicine. Possessing a genius intellect and an eidetic memory, Howser participates in a longitudinal study of child prodigies until his 18th birthday. He earned a perfect score on the SAT at the age of 6, completed high school in 9 weeks, graduated from Princeton University in 1983 at the age of 10, and finished medical school 4 years later. At age 14, Howser was the youngest licensed doctor in the country. As a newspaper article, one of several knowing some of Doogie's aforementioned accomplishments that are shown in the series' opening title sequence, say he can't buy beer but can prescribe drugs. Now, the series begins on Hauser's 16th birthday. The cold opening of the pilot episode shows him stopping his field test for his driver's license to help an injured person at the scene of a traffic accident. Howser is a second-year resident surgeon at Eastman Medical Center in Los Angeles and still lives at home with his parents. His best friend and neighbor, Vincent Vinny Del Pino, is a more typical teenager, climbing through Hauser's bedroom window to visit and connect him to life outside of medicine. Hauser has kept a diary on his computer since '79. Episodes typically end with him making an entry in it, making observations about the situations he had experienced or learned in the episode. Hauser seeks acceptance from both children his age and his professional colleagues. Many episodes also deal with wider social problems. AIDS awareness, racism, homophobia, sexism, gang violence, access to quality medical care, and losing one's virginity are topics, along with aging, body issues, and friendship. Hauser initially has a girlfriend, Wanda Plynn, but they break up after she leaves for college, and he also begins a trauma surgery fellowship and moves into his own apartment. Bochco intended to end the show with a season-long story arc for Doogie where he becomes disaffected with the practice of medicine and quits medicine to become a writer. Well, ABC abruptly canceled the show due to low ratings, preventing Bochco and the show's writers from implementing the storyline other than Hauser's resignation from Eastman and departure for Europe in the final episode. After a total of 97 episodes were produced and aired during its 4-season run, ABC ended the show in March of 1993. Yes. However, of course, Bochco would return to the alphabet later on with NYPD Blue, as this show was originally produced by his company along with Fox. Anyway, this show was a childhood favorite, and I sometimes caught the show a few times. And I tried to watch all of it when it was recently re-aired and failed to. Now, In 2006, in the year before, in 2005, Anchor Bay released all 4 seasons, and they planned to release a complete series collection in 2008, but was eventually canceled. And all those season sets are hard to find; they're out of print. Now, I find all 4 seasons are available to stream on Hulu, but not on Disney Plus, like its new reboot, Doogie Kamealoa MD, which I'll be doing a special TV log of that next time. All right. But as for the cast, I really do enjoy the performances we got. Now, of course, Neil Patrick Harris, who would later go on to achieve even bigger fame on TV's How I Met Your Mother, and also appear in numerous movies like the Harold and Kumar franchise, making appearances as himself, and lots of other movies and TV shows, plays our title character. Aside from that, playing Vinny Del Pino is Max Casella, who even before this, he went under his original last name, Max Deitch, on the short-lived Americanized You Can't Do That on Television knockoff Don't Look Now on PBS in 1983. Yes, can you believe that? If you don't believe me, you gotta see for yourself. Of course, Casella would later go on to work on The Sopranos. He'd also do the voice of half of the Sony Computer Entertainment America produced duo of Jack and Daxter. Anyway, Vinny is Doogie's best friend since they were 5. He's a typical girl crazy teenager. Vinny resists his father's demands to join the family business. Yes, where they sell like try and sell shower heads or something. Yeah, and instead attends film school to pursue a career as a film director. Next, playing his Doogie's dad is James B. Syking, who before this was known for playing Lieutenant Howard Hunter in Bochco's previous attempt, which of course was Hill Street Blues. Yeah. Playing Doogie's mother Catherine is Belinda Montgomery. Now, David's a Vietnam War MASH veteran with a family practice. And Doogie's mother, originally a housewife, she later returns to work as a patient advocate at her son's hospital. Now, one is played by Lisa Dean Ryan. Now, she kind of made sort of recurring appearances was kind of a guest character in the first season, and then was a part of the core cast in the second season, but was recurring for the third one. Yeah. Apparently, after her mother dies in an automobile accident, Wanda's relationship with Doogie suffers. And after she leaves for the School of the Art Institute of Chicago, they end their relationship. The next member of the cast is Lucy Boyer, who plays Vinny's girlfriend, Janine Stewart. Now, of course, she was a special guest in the first season, then was part of the core cast for the next 2 seasons, and appeared and was recurring in a couple episodes in the 4th season. She's Wanda's best friend, but she drops out of college and becomes a buyer for a department store. Now, as for the rest of the cast, we have Lawrence Pressman as Dr. Benjamin Canfield, head of Eastman Medical. Canfield is an old friend and classmate of Doogie's dad and persuades him to join the hospital to run its family practice. Next is Mitchell Anderson, who plays Dr. Jack McGuire, although he only appears in the first 2 seasons. He's a resident at Eastman and Doogie's friendly rival. A visit to rural Mexico inspires him to leave the hospital to serve the poor overseas. Next up is Catherine Lang playing Mary Margaret Curley Spaulding, a nurse at Eastman. Spaulding occasionally dates McGuire and briefly both Canfield and Doogie. And finally, we have Marcus Redman, who was a guest star in one season 1 episode and then became a part of the core cast in the final 3 seasons. He plays Raymond Alexander. He's an orderly and later at EMT at Eastman. While he was a gang member in the season 1 episode, Alexander meets Doogie after taking him hostage during a convenience store robbery. After finishing his sentence, Doogie helps him get a job at the hospital as an orderly. Anyway, this show has a real good cast. I really did enjoy a lot of the episodes. Anyway, it became so big, it still gets mentioned in some things to this day. Anyway, now after it ended, the show went into syndication, of course, and where it would run 5 days a week. But I think later on wasn't seen again until like the early 2000s, or no, go correction, early 2010. Sorry, where it would resurface on the Hub Network, now Discovery Family Channel. The show was last seen on the classic TV Diginet Antenna TV in 2015, which is where I got to catch it. Unfortunately, they kept going back several episodes while I was trying to catch up with some from the later seasons, most notably the third season. I got to see a couple of big marathons with Doogie. First one was so good, which made it only one of the few shows I watched a complete marathon of during their now defunct Super Summerthon. Saturday Summerthons. Whoops! My bad. My mistake. As I saw in marathons for other shows Antenna was airing, like Webster, Mr. Belvedere, and of course Small Wonder, both of which also premiered. The latter two also premiered on Antenna at the same time Doogie came on. Webster wouldn't come until later on. But anyway, I was happy to have seen this. I really would appreciate if they bring this back to physical media. I don't have Hulu though, but if Hulu can convince Disney Plus to get it, I'd be grateful if they would get that. I know it might have some, but anyway, I still like it. Anyway, soon, later on, after this, we would get something else coming up. In September of this year, we got a new reboot called Doogie Kamealoa MD, which of course focused on a female 16-year-old mixed race doctor who lives in Hawaii, which I'll talk about that when I do the Tvlog special of it next time. But anyway, Doogie Howser MD, I really love this show. It's very good. If you've not seen this show, this is one show I recommend. I think if you do have Hulu and if it's still there, watch it. You'll enjoy it. I also like the theme music done by Mike Post, who also does the music for the whole series. So anyway, Doogie Howser MD. This is one show you cannot afford to pass on. If you've already taken the time to watch Doogie Kamealoa and you never saw this show, shame, 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 shame. I know, I don't want to try and sing, that's kind of close to like saying that recent Foo Fighters song, but not in the same way it's sung. Alright, enough said. So anyway, let me know what your thoughts are on Doogie Howser MD in the comments section below. If you like this video, click the like button below, subscribe to my channel, and be a part of the Big D Nation. And stay tuned, I will have the Doogie Kamealoa MD Tvlog special premiering tomorrow. And as for my next movie review, I'm not sure. You're just gonna have to stay tuned and find out which one will be coming first. Will it be Red Notice or will it be Home Sweet Home Alone? Just wait and see. Anyway, thanks for watching, and if you like this, you may want to consider check out these other TV logs, and in the upper left-hand corner and right-hand corner are the two shows I was talking about that premiered on Antenna TV the same time Doogie did. In the upper left-hand corner is the TV log I did for Small Wonder, which of course is a guilty pleasure of mine. The upper right-hand corner is the TV log I did for Mr. Belvedere last year. Or, if you'd like, go to the bottom left-hand corner and see, my review for a real fun-filled comedy that's a bit of a guilty pleasure, but with a sci-fi feel to it, my previous video, the review of 2001's Evolution. And the bottom right hand corner is a button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thank you for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.